looks like Ryan and Will are like in the same.
We are. We're camping. So let's get on with this.
Oh yeah, it does look like you guys are in the same place.
We gotta do some s'mores in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Fly fishing.
That behind you guys.
See if you look, the camera's moving at the right frequency for me being hot in a hot air balloon. Will's with me. His camera's not moving.
We are. We're camping. Oh. Let's get on with this.
Yeah, it does look like you guys are in the
Welcome,
same
Nick.
We gotta do some s'mores in a minute.
I don't think you guys are in a hot air balloon.
A little bit of hot air.
High. I don't know.
Bumping your camera with your.
In a hot air balloon. Will's with me. His camera's not moving.
Yeah, every time you look away, it's
7.
Welcome, Nick.
Oh, look who joined us.
Mr. Richard.
I think you guys are in a hot air balloon.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Good, good.
High. I don't know.
Bumping your camera with your.
I'm in a cafe.
That works.
7.
Mr. Richard.
Whenever Lon decides to put us all live.
We're live.
Good, good.
There's 3 people watching, and I'm one of them.
I don't have my whole big multi-screener right here. Just my laptop at home. So I
Yeah, I'm
can't.
using my phone.
Oh yeah, huh? I forgot about that. We got other screens right here.
This astronaut thing is
Harry looks
awesome.
like he's like lost and staring at lawn as the arrangement of how they're on the screen.
There's 3 people watching. And
There's
We've got him
jellyfish.
tethered so he doesn't float away.
Jellyfish in Amy's
My
room.
whole big multi-screener right
I'm not lost. I'm admiring.
I'm using my phone.
Oh yeah, huh? Forgot about that. We got other.
You look like Elton John.
This astronaut thing is
Lost and staring at lawn as the arrangement of how they're on the
It's
screen.
funny that.
jellyfish.
We got a Kerbal. We got Elton John.
I'm not lost. I'm admiring.
Okay, Lon, it's your job to keep us all on topic. So
You look like Elton John.
Good luck. That's what he meant to say.
Is somebody watching? Oh, you're watching us in the background. That's why I can hear it. Who's it?
It's funny that.
I'm muted.
we got a Kerbal. So am I. We got
Somebody's got the audio in the background, I think. Or wait. It's me. I'm an idiot.
Oh my God.
What did I tell you, Lon?
Oh
I
my
knew you were gonna do
gosh.
that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, we basically made it to 20 years, guys.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty awesome. I don't know about you guys, but when we first started this, I don't know if who remembers when we started doing. I don't know who went to the Circuit City event.
I did.
You remember that, right?
What?
Anybody else?
That's right. That's when I drove up and my car was stock and my daughter was in the baby seat in the back of it.
There was a particular person that the net remembers that had a GTI. I remember his car there. A
Pat
gr-
Oscars, right?
what was that?
Pat Oscars.
No, this was so I would say this may be like the predecessor to Big SoCal. This was at the old Circuit City where the Krispy Kreme Claremont Mesa.
Just to the
There's-
right of it.
Just the side of it, there was a Circuit City, and we decided to do a big meet. Right, we were doing Krispy Kreme on the weekly or whatever, but then we decided to do this big meet, and then we had like OC guys and LA guys coming, and we filled that lot. It wasn't big, but it was like what, 80 cars, something like that.
Yeah.
I think Greg Woods came. You know, like a lot of old school a lot of B5 S4s, B5 A4s, that kind of stuff.
All the rich
generation.
kids.
All the Mark III,
Manny
Mark
was
IV
there.
generations. Manny was there, of course, because he lived down the corner,
Yep.
around the street. That's even new to some of you guys because that was sort of like the first one, and then I would say the next one I remember doing afterwards was Costco in Irvine Spectrum.
Yep.
And that one was like even a little bit bigger. And that was also one of the first year. Oh, we got somebody coming. What's up, Rob? See, Rob would know the story I'm about to tell you guys because Rob was there. Rob, remember the Circuit City event we had at the old Krispy Kreme location in Claremont Mesa? Your mic's not muted.
It's his first tech event. Give him a break.
I didn't know it was gonna default the mic by default, I guess. Mute
usually
that, but
does.
anyway.
You remember that?
I mean, there was a lot of events at Krispy Kreme. So.
But we did a big one where like a bunch of OC people. This is during the weekend we did there. But anyways, then we did another meetup in Costco at Irvine Spectrum, like across the way from that mall. That one, and then
In the parking lot.
yeah, in the parking lot, and that one was like before we had an official name. It was just like kind of like a big get together, and then of course, then I think where we kind of blew up was NorCal versus SoCal.
Yeah.
I think I want to say 2002. I think that's 2002, right? That was the NorCal versus SoCal. I don't remember now.
Wasn't that Prime Media?
No.
Yeah.
No. This is before that.
Yeah.
Hello, Ambrosio.
You're talking about San Luis Obispo, yeah?
Yeah, San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Wasn't that that was the year before? Was that before or after Santa Barbara? San Luis
It was
Obispo.
before,
Santa
for
Barbara
sure.
was first.
I could have swore it was the other way around.
I think San Luis Obispo was first, and then we moved up to Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I think that
Was
was
it?
the case. So yeah, so I think that was the first show we had was the slow event. That was, by the way, that was in conjunction with NorCal VW.
Yeah.
They actually hosted that event. We blew up, and then the next year we went to Santa Barbara, 2002, and that's the why we call 2002 our official year, because that was the kind of the year that just started it all. And yeah, we did a German performance. I think it was in San Luis Obispo or something. But I mean, Santa Barbara was still one of the highlights, right? In my opinion. I don't know if you guys all remember, but I remember we went to the parking lot. I stayed at the hotel, one like some inn or hotel, like motel thing, and it was like a U shape. You come in one side, go around the back side, and you come back the other side. And when I got up to Santa Barbara, there were just VWs like the whole parking lot. People had buckets of water, washing their cars. People were exchanging like detailing stuff, and that was just like, whoa, this is our event. People are coming to our show, and it was like all these people washing their cars the night before, and I thought that was just like what it was all about.
Yeah.
And then I mean, that day went crazy, of course, because my dad was there, if you guys all remember, and the cops were being weenies outside, and I don't know if you guys got
Giving
to witness.
everybody tickets.
Yeah, they were being weenies, giving out tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Who
my
here
dad
actually got a ticket there though.
was
I
that
don't think anybody here in this call got a ticket though.
we didn't, because
No,
we
we
were
I wasn't even there. So.
we were working.
There for that one.
But they were just waiting for people to leave and then nailing them.
It worked
Yeah.
out though. I think people kind of strategized real quick and decided, hey, there's 2 exits. If light turns green, you got 20 cars that go at the same time. Can't get all of them.
No,
You get a
Yeah.
couple.
But
And then the guys with the high end stuff started ordering tow trucks and getting their cars flatbedded out.
Yeah.
And then they drop them like a couple miles down the road, hand them some cash, and the tow trucks came back and did another round again.
Good racket for them. That
if anybody
weekend.
else in chat has questions, post them up. We'll try to answer. But Ambrosio says that it's first time and he's excited to come. So pretty excited. But yeah, like the Santa Barbara event. Oh my gosh! Like we were expecting like a few people, and we blew that place up, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And dude, if Paul later joins, if you'll have, I'll have him find the link from the pictures. That dude, our setup was so ghetto. I don't know if you guys even remember. Oh my gosh, like our booth was so lame. And Mike Kim Pure Motorsports had his booth, and we're like, oh my god. I look at his picture, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how we all used to roll.
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, that was like, to me at least, I don't know all you guys, but to me that was like why we keep on doing this. To me is like we're bringing all these people together, and like all the smiling faces and meeting people that we've never met before. Like sometimes that was like maybe our first time meeting these people from NorCal or wherever they came from, you know?
Yeah.
Like internet warriors, and we get to go finally meet people. You know what I mean? That was it was pretty awesome, right?
Yeah. I think for that particular trip, I rode up. I think I went up with Marco that year.
Marco.
And he had the Corrado.
Yep.
So we went up in the Corrado, and I remember we got pulled over. It was us and a Honda, and the cop looked at Marco's motor and just went, "I don't know what I'm looking for." And then went over and looked at the Honda and gave the guy, just started writing him tickets for. And then, of course, Marco started talking smack. So, we kind of just went, okay, like, let it be. And then we took off down the road. But the guy, you could see they were just like, they were out kind of hawk-eyeing on people a little bit. But even in the same turn, I mean, we basically stayed at somebody's house that he knew that lived down by like Frat Row. And it was a nice like kick back. Everybody that we met there was super nice. They invited us over to come and grab a beer. It was like super mellow. I think everybody that we met basically on that whole trip was like amazing, super nice, cordial, inviting. And it was it kind of just set the tone for like the whole weekend, except for the police in general.
Who else was there? William?
I was there. I'm trying to think of who. I don't know if I drove up there or if I went with someone.
Did you have a working car back then?
Yes, I had a working car back then.
Not good or now.
Was it left-hand drive at that point?
Yeah, it would have been left-hand drive. Not a lot of stuff done to it, but yeah, it would have been left-hand drive.
I remember Greg's car being there for sure because Paul took we had the three of us on the way home, took a photo shoot down somewhere off the highway. So Greg's coupe was out there for sure.
Yeah.
You don't remember if you had the Quattro out, huh?
I can't remember if I had it at that one. I know I had it at the other one that was where is it? The
Ventura.
Ventura.
Yeah. Danette, were you out there at Santa Barbara, or you weren't there yet?
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
How about
The Irvine ones?
Per Media,
Yeah.
the Angel Stadium next door?
Yeah. The Hooters parking lot.
Who remembers the Ventura County event? I think we did the next year after Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the one. I don't know if you guys remember. There's the video that actually no, this was Ventura was a different event, by the way. We did some Per Media events between, and then we tried to go to Ventura County. But do you remember the video that Dan Millwood posted from? It was on Speed Channel. Do you remember that? Ventura County was that one year that Speed Channel sent out a crew, and we ended up the event was on the Speed Channel. Do you remember that channel?
Yeah.
Dude, oh, we should
Here.
You should post that up.
Oh my gosh, that is.
You got to find it now, Lon.
I'm finding it right now.
It's on YouTube.
I remember a whole bunch of people sleeping in one room though. Richard was there.
Oh, I found it. Oh my gosh. It's
You gonna post it?
Oh, presenting it all the way.
I don't know if the audio is gonna come through. You guys have audio?
I'm not hearing it.
No.
Doesn't need it.
Man, look at that. It looks like
But dude, you hear this?
Like Mark IVs galore.
It's a community that's open to all
Look at those new Mark IVs.
I've always been a fan of like just fast cars. Don't go away. SDC
Look at that. Got a trophy for a sway bar. That's awesome.
Going Euro in SoCal. These are some of the best cars in Southern California.
Oh my god.
I think that was Melissa's car.
Yeah.
Chalked up, yeah.
No.
A Euro tuner.
Or the Civic bumper.
Not just make a car pretty, but make it very, very fast.
That's brand new 488.
It's the Big SOCAL EURO gathering.
Big SoCal Euro gathering is a tuner event where the
So this is
cars
when
and
car
the
model
crowd are
girls
the
were still a
ultimate
thing.
prize, not the trophies.
Back
Stressing
when,
and
uh,
de-stressing since
That
2001,
weird
a
angle
fun
camera
mood is what
left
to
and
bring.
right tilt.
The Big SoCal
Yeah.
Euro gathering for this year is located in Ventura, California, at the Seaside Park.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, this guy, man, he's just
Approximately
like, oh.
650 to 700.
I had the
Please
Asian
spawn.
cut.
Stuck or tricked out, Ferraris,
You need
Porsches,
to rock that haircut
Minis,
again, dude.
bring them all.
He doesn't have enough hair anymore.
me is individuality.
I asked him
We
about
support
that
SoCal Euro
earlier
because of
today.
the family feel. They're open.
You guys
to
remember
anyone,
Carl?
and
Yeah,
they're
Carl.
they've always been friendly
Yeah.
at all the meets that
Oh
we've
my
been to.
These kids
That's
are in
Bernie's
college
kid.
now.
I was gonna say these kids are actually showing up with cars now. That's the scary thing.
No cares,
Yeah.
no questions.
A gathering mentality is more
There's-
informal.
yeah.
So everyone's social. You can go to anyone. You don't have to worry about being shy.
Oh, that's Justin. Oh my gosh, he's got the Ferrari now.
Because this is non-competitive. It's
No,
just
for real?
a meet.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
brand new Ferrari. He just picked up like a couple months ago.
What does he do?
Oh, there was Jason's sticker on the back of his Touareg.
And I'm sure everybody else here
Yeah,
gets
the,
their mind off of
the fast.
work and business and
Mhm.
just
It was the rabbit humping.
bunch of friends and
Uh-huh.
have fun with their hobby.
Fun,
Respect your
sun,
roots.
nice
Yep.
cars
That one.
for a good cause.
For this event, we're doing it for
cute.
breast cancer research.
I like how you had that
We
Vidal
basically
Sassoon light
provide,
breeze going in the hair.
Yeah.
we ask them for
Oh, look, Tom.
34351,
Godzilla Tom.
and all the money for
Oh,
raffle
wow.
is donated
My
to
wagon was
the
nice.
charity.
You need to tell him to fly in.
New charity.
Literally,
The
he's
gathering
a
sees
pilot now.
many generous dollars
Oh, yeah.
and good times.
It's the 20th. Everybody
Everyone's
should
just
show up.
laid back, you know, just doing their own thing, kind of hanging out.
Everybody's very
These
friendly,
guys too. Gotta get them
everybody's very
dancing again.
enthusiastic about their cars.
Richard, you know you still have a pair of pants like that, shorts.
I'm wearing them right now.
Range from everything. We have stock cars all the way to the fully show modified cars.
Oh man.
A lot of magazine cars as well.
And what's crazy is those Avants still pull that premium even today.
Yeah.
That's the thing about SoCal Euro is they don't necessarily have to be competitive cars. There's a wide variety of cars.
That was a good year.
It's really cool.
But
They were all good here.
yeah,
I just
I
had
don't-
to throw out my old black with the white simple SoCal Euro shirt. It finally ripped. I was sad.
Aw.
Oh, we gotta bring that back or what?
Yeah, for real. I
Hey,
need
Eric.
another one.
Sounds like it.
I think you still have your 4 rings plus one, don't you?
Yeah, and my hoodie.
Yeah.
I have the 4 rings plus 1 hoodie.
So got mine.
Yep, I got my shirt. I obviously got all the stickers, but yeah.
The ones that I don't steal from you.
So SoCal Audi and SoCal VW.
And the one with the enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Enthusiasm. Oh, Quinn!
Future VW.
I can't wave because I'm an astronaut right now.
You are.
You're
waving.
kind of permanently waving. Yeah.
You're right. Oh. Yeah, and then a Promedia. I think that's probably actually the Promedia spot was really nice, and that was like I don't know what it was, but the location was good, and I remember Rob chasing somebody down the ramps and stuff like that because they're speeding.
Oh, we've done
I mean,
all the locations.
Everybody's
Oh,
done
there
it.
was an accident in there too.
I feel like almost every event, Jason and I have had to chase somebody down.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The cardio session.
And you can't get mad like, oh man, that was actually a pretty sick car.
Was that
Yeah,
the-
that one was.
Was that the same event where the Easy Up went flying off the top of the building?
Yeah.
Our easy ups. I fixed those several times.
Yeah, they landed from the top to the bottom.
You need to get some air traffic control on those things.
Dude, do you remember?
That was some good times.
Who remembers the canopy that flew out? That somebody's canopy that flew off
Yeah,
the
it
top.
was ours. That's what I'm saying. I fixed it after that, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, back then that was when Brembo used to come out all the time because they were a smaller company. Now they're Race Technologies. They're out east, so they never come out. No, it's a microphone. You want to say hi? Say hi. See, look, he's waving. Say hi.
Hi. This was like school 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, Eric had a Subaru. Wait, I remember. Wait, Rob, before you got your Audi, wait, you had a Prelude, right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Before my 2000, yeah, before the B6, I had a Prelude.
Yeah. What did everybody have? What was everybody's first Euro, and what was it before? And what did you have before the Euro? I guess.
Bus pass.
My
First
first
test
I
in
had
how
an
long?
88 Rabbit in like 89 or 90.
I mean, I started off where most people do with some Hondas.
I started with a Honda.
I started with 70 bucks. Still got it.
Yeah.
only owned Euro cars, not trucks. First car was a 67/69 Baja Bug.
I don't know if you. Yeah, go
Mine
ahead.
was a 63 Baja Bug that I converted into a street bug.
Okay.
It's what I could afford for a whole $600 back in the day.
Yep.
Richard's still rocking the air cooled, man.
Still got it. Paid $1,000 for it. I'm almost spending as much now in registration every 2 years as I did when I bought it.
I was gonna say you spend at least that much on oil every year.
Well,
Oh,
did you get the Benz back, or you still have to pimp that thing full time right now?
Benz is still in the shop. I've been driving that bug since what, February?
Yeah.
Full time. It's been
So
a
this
hot
past-
summer. I'll tell you that right now.
This past week has probably been nice.
How's the
No.
air conditioning in the bug?
I'll tell you what, it turns into a dynamic situation, man. I drive to work super early and I stay until like 10, 30, 11 o'clock at night every night.
So it's only 80.
Yeah. It's palatable. It's not good. Not a single day.
So Amberoso says that, let me ask you guys a question. It's been around the Euro scene this long. Mark IV R32 and Forearm been my, I think he meant Corrado, before my dream project car, but have never been able to come across one. Last month I came across a Mark VI Golf R. How'd I do? I'd say
They're hard
that's
to find.
I mean, the
I mean, they're
R32.
it's not a Mark IV or Corrado, but I mean, it's not a bad car. But I mean, yeah, you're not going to get a Mark IV Golf R for anywhere near a reasonable price, unless it's trash. And likewise with a Corrado, I mean, if you can find somebody who's even selling one, it's probably not going to be. It's going to be crap, or it's going to be like 16 grand or something.
You got to remember, is like back in the day, the Corrado was a limited production car to begin with. And then you kind of take it in just the nature of the time and the era and the features. I mean, over the years, how many have been wrecked just in plain accidents, let alone, driver abuse and neglect. I mean, being able to find one that runs, operates, and drives down the road is going to be a little bit of a task. But I mean, if you can find one, I mean, you'll see people that appreciate it like right off the bat. They know.
I saw today Jalopnik posted like there was a pretty mint. I think I want to say it was an 84 or it was a Mark I Jetta coupe that was going for like 12 grand.
Wow.
Pretty clean, but pretty stock.
You know what's good about the Mark I's before the Mark IVs is they don't smell like crayons.
Hey, I love the crayon smell in ours.
Dude,
the older cars have really gone up in price in the past couple of years. All of them.
I'm not getting rid of any of mine. They just sit and wait for me to get to them.
I don't know anything about that.
That's the Volkswagen life.
So are we taking bets if I get the E30 done before Will gets the Quattro done?
No.
Dude, I don't even have a motor in mine.
I'm actually taking off 2 weeks next month just to work on the car.
All right.
Will and
I put in the days already, so it's done.
Will and I have had this running vehicle bet going for like, I don't know, 10, 15 years now.
At least 10 years.
Yeah. And then
how's yours coming?
We got to get there soon, man. Running out of time.
So the first year we moved to Qualcomm, you guys remember what year that was?
Nope.
2006.
A long time ago.
2006. I remember correctly.
2005, 2006.
And what's really cool about that first event, if it's the right one,
Cannonball.
we had the
No,
R8.
was
The
it
first
the-
R8 came.
When was
Oh,
the
that's the
Cannonball?
Eurotrash days.
You guys remember? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Euro Trash Case. But we had that very, very first R8 that was in the United States that that Verone from Penske Audi brought down from LA. And that was like the prototype R8 or the one that was like just traveling around. That was really cool. I mean, the R8 was freaking nuts back when it first came out, I thought.
Oh yeah.
Well, along that same line, so I drove the very first Corrado, the one that Volkswagen was using for the auto shows. Because back when San Diego Audi used to be Korn's Motors and they had Volkswagen there, that was the staging site for the convention center for that like auto show. And so I drove a black on black VR Corrado, brand new, doing the auto show circuit from Miramar down into the convention center. And I've wanted a Corrado VR6 ever since. And somebody in my household is not a fan, so.
That's why
Is
they're
it
not
Qui-
on camera. Just
Is it
Yeah.
Quinn?
Yeah, it's Quinn.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Quinn.
But I think the Gumball Rally was that year too.
Yeah, there was that
Yep.
Apollo Gumpert and
the Apollo was fantastic.
Oh yeah, the Apollo. And so wait, at this point, who's all been at this point the first year of Qualcomm Stadium?
Yep.
Who everybody's been? Whoever was there? Joel, you were there, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Amy?
I was there.
Amy wasn't.
I
So
don't
Amy
think
wasn't.
Amy
So
wasn't.
Ryan was. So only Amy wasn't around. And Ben, you were already here. You were there, right?
Wasn't born yet.
Wasn't born yet.
Hey, that was when I had my CL 500.
Oh yeah, right.
Such a beautiful, long, weird car.
Somebody still has one.
Yeah, that was the year I sold the little
That was good, Eric.
C230 hatchback and bought the CL 500.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was so cool that the Gumball guys came through. That was like what? How many? Like 75 of them like rolled through. They all just picked one of their checkpoints was at with us.
That was
And the Gumpert Apollo was just like seeing one in real life. I don't know if that didn't come through. I don't know if I would ever see one again.
Except for when we went up to the Bay Area for that other show.
The Evo Works.
Which one was it? I'm trying to think. It's the one we drove up.
I think it's Evo Works at the De Anza College. Was it
That
like
with all the grass?
No, it was one we did up in a parking lot of like a hotel. And
That's-
I remember
But it was in Bay Area, like for like Milpitas or like somewhere Cupertino.
yeah, it was way up there.
I think that was Evo Works.
Brandon Toy came over and visited. Trying to think who else. Man, that was right. I mean, that was the first time I saw a Tesla. That was the way back in the day. I was standing there. I think I was like sitting there eating something, and I turned around and there was a car moving behind me. I was just never saw it, didn't hear it, nothing, and it just rolled right behind me. And I was like, "What is this? This is crazy." Well before their current heyday.
Well, technically, they were kind of Euro back then, right?
It was just the Roadster. It was based on a Lotus platform. back
Exactly.
then.
Yep. It was a really quiet Lotus.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you remember around that time period, Alex Roy with the E39 M5, the guy who originally set the record for the Cannonball style run. I think he was there, but I somehow connected with him. And then that year, we ended up having him. He had like a book coming out or something like that. And then we invited him to our San Diego meetup. Remember? So he had like a
Came to
book.
Fusion.
Yeah, he came to Fusion Cafe, our weekly, and he did a book signing, and I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if any of you guys remember meeting him, but and then he actually, I don't know if I still have it somewhere, but he brought me an Autobahn sign, like
Oh, that's amazing.
one of the signs, like the road signs.
Mhm.
He gave it to me for setting that up with you guys.
Do you still have it?
Yes, somewhere. Hiding in a box, probably.
In storage.
It's crazy because the amount of electronics he had built into that car, the amount of provisions he did to make that car road ready for that event was amazing.
Insane.
Yeah,
It was off.
so ahead
It
of its
was,
time. Now you're like, I can get that at Target, $50. You can get the best like scanner, lidar, everything like off the shelf now, and his was just so on point. The effort, the detail he put into it, the thought, the teamwork that he did too to get that whole thing set up to make that run coast to coast, and in the time he did it in, just blew people away. I think he
recently get beat though last year with COVID shutdown. I heard there were some pretty quick times because there's nobody on the road.
Oh yeah.
Beat.
Well, now they're running it a lot more advanced. I mean, they're not just two people in a car basically just hauling ass, spotter and a driver. Now they got people going out and doing like checkpoints and watching the roads and planning out like in big groups. I mean, the communication that the police have always done to catch people, you can't run faster than you can outrun the police, but you can't outrun the radio, is now flipping it, and now people are using the radios to be able to do the faster runs. So they've really taken that and kind of flipped it on its head, but they're taking technology and making it really work for them. And in that same thing, Ben, like you were saying, man, they killed the record by a long shot compared to the prior.
Yeah, I've been reading up on that, and they basically hire people at different areas to basically scout out the roads before they even get to run through. Crazy.
Yeah,
it'd be fun to do. Not to try to set a record, but just do the run.
Yeah,
I can save you a lot of pain on that one. I can tell you all about it.
Yeah, you did it a couple of times already, didn't you?
Yeah.
When you do it at normal speed, not as fun.
No.
No, definitely not.
It's 2007, by the way. That was the first year of Stadium. And like, what's interesting is we stayed there the longest, right? 2007 all the way through 2019 was the last event we did at the Qualcomm Stadium. Right?
It became our home. It was a big, good
Yeah,
block.
like 12 years at one spot.
Everybody liked to come to San Diego.
Anybody who's on this call or listening, we were just talking about this, and Rob, since you weren't here earlier, we were chatting about this, but we have some news that there's a possibility we're going to be coming back for 23. We'll be back in San Diego.
Snapdragon or whatever.
That's not confirmed yet, but it's something we hope to do, and I think that a lot of the people who come to our events really enjoyed coming to San Diego. So
yeah.
No, I had people coming up to me and asking, "Hey, are you guys going to do it down in San Diego again? We loved it there." Like, they like the new location too. It's cool because it's more, it's a better prep track and got the drip pit stuff. But the stadium,
I'm sure for some people though, especially the people who are coming like out of state, spending a weekend in fucking Urbandale, it's not nearly as amusing as spending a weekend in San Diego. You know what I mean?
And people who are watching, if let us know what you think. Do you like where would you like to prefer to keep Big Soca? Do you like it at Urbandale, or do you want to come back to San Diego? Just,
or do we do
post
two?
your thoughts. Yeah,
it's more work, maybe two.
Hey, I know I got a lot of comments in the comments and compliments at the end of the shows. I mean, typically you get a lot of people that walk up and say hi, kind of meet and greet, and a lot of people over and over and over really said, we enjoy having it in San Diego. It gives us a reason to come down here and basically vacation for the weekend, whether it was with like friends and just kind of partying. Cause I mean, that's kind of what we all started off with. And then when people started getting to the family scene, that's, they got to bring their whole family down. And, we've seen people that come down from Washington, Colorado, Nevada, like all over the place. And even some of the farther trips. And, everybody's kind of doing it for the same reason. They come out to the Sunshine State, enjoy the show, and then get to spend a couple more days just enjoying the scenery and the atmosphere in general. It's always been a major plus.
Yeah, and it's usually cooler even on a hot day because you got the coastal breeze coming in, kind of landlocked up in Urbandale. So
yeah,
it should be nice this time though. It looks like we got pretty good weather.
We're still a few weeks away, Ben. Don't jinx it.
I know. I'm like, Ben, have you been outside today?
Yeah, that's why last weekend, like it normally would have been. It would have been brutal.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to ponder that new location to see if that'll work out for us. But yeah,
It definitely worked better, I think, if it was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's an interesting topic because we had for a long time we had Labor Day weekend was
Yep.
our week.
That way everybody had Monday to recover,
Yeah.
Yep.
Saturday to set up, Sunday to run, and Monday to recover. Worked out pretty well usually.
Yeah, there was a negativity from a lot of vendors though because the Labor Day weekend was a holiday weekend for their guys, so kind of sucked for them that they had to work, holiday weekend. But for a lot of the guys, we were having a lot of guys come from Arizona and Texas and like out of area, and the holiday weekend was better, right? So
What was the furthest we've had? Like we've had people I know from Mexico City, Vegas, of course, Arizona, Nevada, Washington. I think we've had people from like New York and Jersey before, haven't we?
well,
All the way to the East Coast.
I have a map.
I know Canada for sure.
I have a map. I'll show you guys the
I'm looking for dots on other continents.
I think I see Florida.
so check this out.
Florida. Ooh.
New York.
Jersey.
We got some from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Washington, but I think I already know who this is. This is not Godzilla, by the way. That'd be cool if he came out. But this one is a Mark 8 GTI owner. She's driving out.
Wow.
And
Is this
then
your-
we got one
this
from
year?
Florida. This is right now. This is live
Okay,
data.
that's correct.
This
So
is people that
Florida, we
already-
got somebody from Florida. And then
That's not Ryan.
Texas.
That's not from Ryan's ID.
No. No.
Looks like we got somebody from Denver,
Denver.
Colorado coming out. Got a couple spots up here, Pacific Northwest.
Seattle, nice.
But then, like our Vegas is really good. The bigger the circle, the more from that spot.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, look at that. LA area is just San Diego, like yeah.
Man.
We're coast to coast.
But we'll put it this way. I think this is the best number to tell everybody. Our average distance traveled to the event is 138 miles.
Okay.
That's pretty solid.
I was gonna say that's basically like an LA trip. So that's kind of setting the median. You got all the people that are in San Diego staying local. So it's all the peripherals that are basically coming the long distance offsetting it. To bring
Well,
that
this
out.
year it's the opposite. LA is local and San Diego's the actual commuters.
True. Yeah.
So we still have a lot of people still driving to come out to the event, being that it's an average of 2 hours of a drive. 2 hours, 13 minutes, according to what the info says.
And from San Diego up, we're somewhere around the neighborhood of $300 to $350 in gas to get up there.
It depends on how you're driving, Richard.
And what you're driving.
Cruise control 55.
I mean, if you want to
I
have
can't
some
drive
races, you
55.
can have some races.
The bug doesn't race.
Take
Oh,
your
is that
motorcycle.
where you're driving up this time? Or are you riding your bike?
I don't know. I might ride the bike. That's definitely a lot quicker. I can still pull in some mid 40s on the MPG. That'd be an easy one.
You riding the bike, Barry?
Yeah, I finally got it all together working and got some nice sumo tires for it. So yeah.
So you and Will riding up again, taking like 3 hours.
Yeah, but they're gonna do it on 2 bikes this time.
Not Dumb and Dumber style on a mini bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a scooter.
I was starting to fall asleep with Barry next to me.
Hey, don't worry. The new bike, it can't go any faster, but it can accelerate to 75 really fast.
Wow. Lightning.
Yep.
I think I
So
can do that in second gear.
Amy,
Yeah.
what was your first Big SoCal, Amy? Whoa.
I
What's
don't
going on?
remember. Oh, I'm using like 3 computer screens, so I've got to shuffle them. It was probably, I want to say 2014.
Okay. Back then, if you guys don't remember, Amy was doing a lot of organization for the Audi Club San Diego, and then somewhere in between one of those years, like I started chatting with her, like, you want to help us do Big SoCal Euro? And she switched over from just doing stuff for Audi Club and sort of joined our group. So
I
yeah.
got tired of managing 5 Audi clubs that didn't want to respond, so I switched.
We put you in charge of Audi Club.
But the other thing is, I don't like the Audi Club has been a huge part of our events in the last 5, 6, 7 years. Like we went from VWs being one of our core, right? But Audis is like one of the most organized groups right now. Mimi?
It's almost like they're employed and know how to do this stuff. Yeah, they definitely show up in like a good solid force. Like they unite very well on that front.
When they're organized, yeah.
I kind of And another one is Joel. Joel snuck in too, because I remember Joel coming to the house events. You came to the barbecue parties, right, Joel?
Well, I was doing.
I think he was just delivering parts.
He was fixing. Yeah, he's usually fixing the bug so it would make it there. Then.
No, but I had dealerships that I was working at sponsor a few times, and so I was always there with the dealerships.
Yeah, you're Mark 6.
Mark 4.
No, it started with the Mark 6 with Mossy. Mossy did a couple, and then Marietta did a couple when I was there, and then after that.
And then you got your driver's license.
Yeah.
Legal age.
No, that came later.
Oh, okay.
I still don't have that. What are you talking about?
Semantics.
And then we picked up Joel somewhere along the way too, so it's crazy.
I think 2018, 2019, one of those years.
Who remember? This is 2007, I think, that happened. Do you guys remember when I bought the JBL speaker? The big speaker that I bought? Because Richard was using it that year for the announcements.
Yeah, you were doing it as a PA, right?
There was this, I bought this JBL speaker, and we were using it for music and all that stuff. And I don't know what happened that year, the following year or something like that. We stopped using it. We're like, why don't we just pay somebody to bring music equipment in? And I ended up having a speaker in 2007 that I still have, by the way. And I basically have to force myself to use it for block parties at my house. Like at the neighbor's house, we pull that the giant speaker out because I have no use for it since 2007. You know, like I bought this huge DJ speaker. Now we just rent it now, right? But
we just
it was really nice for 4th of July.
Yeah, see, Barry knows. We use it for the
nice.
July party.
It's worked out much better seeing that we've gotten other people instead of us doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Everything from staying up till midnight picking up the trash after an event to
poor Barry's pickup.
I feel like that's like 2015.
My pickup.
My pickup too. I'd have to come home and hose it out afterwards.
You notice how I never bring my truck?
Yeah.
Who's this guy in the salmon t-shirt, salmon shirt?
The one who's not wearing a shirt?
You mean topless?
Oh, that's the other salmon shirt.
I remember that. I think it was 2007 when I think there were a lot of people that kind of saw the cannonball cars that came through, and that cannonball.
Gumball.
Gumball, yeah.
Gumball, yeah.
When the Gumball car showed up, like you saw a lot of people kind of get that, ooh, this is amazing, and kind of jumped in and started bringing a little bit more of the racing through the parking lot to the north end there. I remember
That was
one
the
car in
year
particular.
the BMW.
Is that the one
BMW that high
comedian?
centered.
Yeah, that BMW just went straight, and then by the time he caught some brakes, he hit that curb and just popped it up, came back down. And I remember that video showed up online. It was like the original, like I don't want to say world star, but you know, it popped up popular.
Made him famous.
It did. All the wrong reasons.
We've had a few of those.
It seems like almost every year we have something.
Well, there it is. Yeah, I see it. The crash.
Oh my gosh. Lon, nice cue up. Nice cue up. Yeah, that was it.
Was that my M5?
Random John Deere.
Going right to left.
Right there.
Here it is.
That's
Is that it?
him.
Oh, maybe it was a different
Oh.
one. No, this is not. This is not the one, is it? There's another one.
Great cell phone video.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, there it is.
Flip
There it
phone.
is.
What's that? A curb? Pop.
Boom.
Here it is. Let's see that again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Took the bottom front end right out from under it.
Something
So-
Radiator.
For those watching,
Hazard.
for those
Yeah.
watching, this is what you don't do
I was waiting
when
for
you
the
come to
General
an
Lee
event.
reference for sure.
Don't be an idiot and drive fast, trying to be cool.
Yeah, and that was on the east side of the parking lot. That was when we did it back on the other side.
Yeah.
That was when we did like the BMW autocross stuff. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. 4 E30s.
Wow. DTM driven. Oh man.
Good old times.
Yeah.
It seems like there's always one.
Remember the drag strip? The super. What was it? It was like a Dirty Max versus a Lambo, and people thought there was a fire. 'Cause
Oh
that thing was
yeah.
full of propane, and you couldn't even see the yellow Lambo. It was just straight smoke.
Yeah, that guy was. I remember talking to that guy about it because I saw it and I was like, I've never seen anything like it before. At the time, it was so unique and such a standout. And I think he was saying he was pushing like 45 or 50 psi through that thing.
Like 13.
Yeah, he was.
Stupid.
And just
Didn't he
roll.
break at the end?
I
don't
mean,
know.
it was domestic built, so
Yeah.
JB.
I thought it started making a horrific rattling noise later, unlike a normal diesel.
it turned into a 1.6
Yeah.
NA. Man, yeah, that was the times for sure. But I think it blew a lot of people's socks off because everybody thought Lambo, that I think that was really the era. Like people thought, oh, you have a Volkswagen, oh, you have this. But a Lambo, man, nobody beats a Lambo.
Yeah. Oh, you got a truck. Oh,
And
yeah.
people went, oh yeah, just throw some money at it. And I think that was kind of the era where you started to see a lot more people
Wait,
really look at what you could do to cars versus what you could buy in a car.
Yeah.
You started seeing people taking the four bangers and cranking turbos up and doing internals and doing stuff like that. Because it used to be exhaust and intake filter. It used to be very basic. And when they started throwing all the extras on there, you were getting these sleeper cars that were literally showing up and just destroying stuff that people threw like ego money on. I don't say ego money, that's bad, but threw a lot of money on buying Lambos, Ferraris, buying your GTRs shortly thereafter. But cars that everybody kind of looked at and saw these were untouchable cars at the time. And then you just see this guy come up in a hatchback Civic CX and just completely like wrecking them on it and then paying, $100 in registration the next year. So,
Who had the little rabbit?
You were
that was
registering that
just-
Civic.
yeah.
you're talking about
Who was the
rabbit
guy with the rabbit?
truck?
Oh,
The,
yeah.
the rabbit truck, Tony's rabbit truck.
Yeah, it was so fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony Woods.
Derek has that now, but
Yeah.
Well, still in the family.
Had his other rabbit that was gutted on NOS and
His rabbit, that was just like straight up street evil right there. That thing was just,
It was sick.
it was
Which
just
one,
two
Derek?
pieces. That was
the
it. Just
black
hit
one.
it.
yeah, the little black one.
Yeah.
That's sitting down. Actually, that's set pure now. I think just being stored. The thing hasn't driven in a while.
We all
Yeah.
have projects.
No, we
Tony-
don't.
All projects.
Tony's got our GTI, Lon. Your old white ones at Tony's now.
Yep.
Wait. Tony Woods has the Mark
Yeah.
II?
We sold it to Tony.
Oh.
Still
I
in
didn't
the
know
family.
that's. Yeah, I didn't know that's who it went to.
Yeah.
Dude.
It looks quite a bit different already. I saw it. We were down at his housewarming recently. It was looking quite a bit different.
Is he in Mira Mesa still?
No, he got a place in Mount Helix.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice place. Yeah.
Room for a bigger garage too. He had
Oh,
priority.
Yeah, I mean he had the GTI and both Novas in the garage, and then big ass driveway, and then he plans on doing like a driveway that goes around the outside of his yard, and building like a ADU in the back that has like an additional garage workshop for him with like room, like living space above it. And
Just
his
needs more
yard
room
would
for
still
cars.
look big.
Yeah, he's got the space for it. Yeah, he did a good job. I think Tony's kind of stepped in and at least handed a wrench to at least most of us at some point in
What's up,
time or
DJ?
another too.
Oh yeah. Well, Rob, that means you have an empty spot in the garage now, right?
No.
Go pick up a
We-
Prado
we-
VR6.
Yeah,
still have-
exactly where I'm going.
We still have 3 vehicles right now.
So what's everybody driving these days as a daily driver?
I got a
mean, I guess
GTI.
I'll go-
Diesel wagon.
I mean, I'm still driving the S3. Janelle just picked up a new Mazda CX-50. And then the Pathfinder's probably going to go. I'm just not sure where it's going to go. And then maybe we'll think about the project vehicle.
Well, I sold my Mark IV, by the way. 337's gone.
What do you got
Sold
now?
it 2 weeks ago. I sold it to a coworker who is used to be a master VW tech down at City back in the day, but he's been in my office for like 12, 15 years. But he needed a new car for his son. So his son is taking auto shop, and the rule from Claire when I got the new Mark V was that one of the cars has to go. So I decided to let it go to him, and I figured it would be a good place to go because he knows what he's doing, and there's a rust spot that's on one of the rockers that he's going to deal with, but I don't think it would have been worth it for me to do all the work on it, so he has it now. Yeah, I mean, it's I sold it to him, and he knows it's original owner, because my name is on the original title. When my parents bought it, my name was on it, so he bought it as a second owner, which is nuts.
Nice.
So
if they want to do more rust repair, let me know. I got the bug. Ready to go.
My bug doesn't have any rust in it.
But he's hoping to get it done to a certain point and bring it to Big SoCal, so we'll hopefully see it.
That'd be awesome.
We still have the Mark IV. It sits. It does run. I just have to throw a battery in it. And then yeah, Ned has the GTI. I daily the truck. The car, the E30 is parked at the shop. So as a reminder,
Nice.
Williams
I got a whole
Hyundai?
shop full of parts.
I'm driving around a brand new Taos, Volkswagen Taos.
Oh, that's right. You got the Taos.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got it in the blue too, right?
I did. I got it in that cornflower blue.
It's my T-shirt blue.
It's such a good blue.
Yeah. So I wanted a car that had heated seats. Because I go scuba diving a lot. I get out and I'm freezing, so it just makes it really nice.
Yeah.
It's a big GTI.
Yeah. With a 1.5 liter engine in it.
The little baby engine.
It really got a 1.5 in it?
Yep.
Oh wow.
Is that
It's a-
3-cylinder?
It's a turbocharged 1.5
Yeah, don't forget the little turbo in there.
with 8 speeds.
3-cylinder?
Nope. It's
How
4.
many?
It's
got
not a
4.
Corolla GR, bro.
Yeah.
They do the
I don't-
3 like the Polo.
I feel
But I
out of
got-
date.
But I splurged and got the top of the line, the SEL with all the bells and whistles and
Oh, so I just want to
Power
introduce you
windows.
guys. We got 2 of our. So I have a DJ Dub LA who's gonna do photos for the event this year, and he did some really nice photos last year. And we have Dark Minds, one of the guys that's gonna do some filming for the event this year. He's in chat, so What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Make us look good.
Welcome.
Oh, and then DJ Dub has a sick caddy, a baby blue caddy. So you guys got to respect that, and a really clean Mark IV GTI. So
Nice.
This year's the big R event, right? That's what Volkswagen's. Last year was GTI. This year's
yes.
R.
So this year is, from VW's standpoint, is they're celebrating, just like we are celebrating the 20th anniversary. They're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the worldwide R, Golf R, R32. So historically, I think it's 2023 or 2003 was the first R32, but I believe 2002 actually was the first R32 in Europe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the numbers, but
correct.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's 2002 or 2003 that they're celebrating, but it's the 20th anniversary for them as well for the R lineup, and so that's the celebration. So once everything's finalized from their end, they're gonna hopefully be inviting some R owners to the corral, probably like we did last year for GTIs, because last year was an anniversary event as well for the what was it last year? They were just celebrating the Mark 8, I think, last year.
It was a GTI.
Yeah.
It was a GTI thing. They had all the different GTI.
Yeah. So
but it's kind of cool, the 20th and 20th. So it's kind of neat that it fits the same.
Yeah. Over 20th anniversary. And then also, I don't know if you know, which I'm excited for, but I'm a little upset about, is they're going to have a 40th anniversary GTI coming up next year.
Oh, you jumped too quick.
So I bought a little too early. I probably would have jumped on that on a 40th anniversary.
Is it going to be electric?
You can always sell it and buy another one.
Well, thanks, Rob. That's the smart thing to do, right?
He's just being honest.
That's
Well,
what I
thank you.
do. Come on.
Well, do I look like Ryan to you? Do I look like Ryan?
But Ryan just doesn't sell them. He just collects them.
I'm
He said
referencing.
he's gonna sell them. He's like, I'm gonna get this, but I have to sell this first. And then he flips it around. He's like, oh well, I just had to have it.
Depends on who he talks to first.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well, you gotta keep.
Don't
You
hate.
have to keep your TTRS for at least another month. So,
Oh, he's not allowed to get rid of that one.
Okay. Otherwise, you get a spanking, bad boy.
Sell it twice.
Don't threaten him with a good time.
So Dark Mind says he's working on the 97 Mark III Jetta Trek Edition. Ooh.
Okay.
The clutch went out. Hopefully you have it ready for the event. Oh no, not this year. Next year's event. Got it.
That's the one with the tires on the side of it, right?
That's the one that came with the bike.
It came with the
Usually
bike
they-
rack and the bike, and
It
There's
has
usually tires on both sides. Just
Well,
Yeah.
you had the tread on the side of that.
there's tires on
There's
both
usually
sides.
a tire tread.
Front and back.
Just so you guys, I don't know if you guys knew all this about my car history, but my family has never owned a Japanese car. My parents included.
Interesting.
Interesting, right? So when I was born, we had an 84 Vanagon. That was the car we had. Now, the other car we had was, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I had a Chevy Nova, lime green one. Maybe
I
not.
remember that one. No.
So that was their very first car. They bought it in Oregon when they were in college. And then they still had it. It was at my grandparents' house for a long time. And that was like my first sort of car temporarily when I could get a driver's license. And then they had a Volvo, 760 turbo Volvo. And then when they got a new car, I got the Volvo. So I think in '98 they got that. Remember the silver Mercedes they had? My parents had. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
They had a silver E350, 320. In '98 they bought that. I ended up getting the Volvo as my second car, and I had the Volvo and I fixed it up, of course. And then I ended up with the Jetta. And then after the Jetta, a '99 Jetta Mark IV 1.8 turbo. And that one went to my brother. My brother actually got a new car before I did. He got the '97 Mark III Jetta Wolfsburg edition, the 4-cylinder auto, which is pretty. But
I remember doing brakes on that right before he took it up to college or
yeah,
something. Yeah. In
and
my
then
driveway.
that car eventually had to get rid of, so he got my Mark IV, and I ended up getting the Audi 2002 Audi with Rob. I had the Avant, and he had the sedan. Remember?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you
I
pretty
remember
much.
that car. So does Richard.
Oh yeah.
We
So
went
I
to Richard's friend
I
to
had
get
one
destroyed.
American car in all Euros pretty much. I had that Chevy Nova, and I had the Volvo, and then all the VWs, Audis, and the M5, blah blah blah, all the stuff that you had. But I've never had. That was the only non-Euro is that Chevy Nova, and then like I said, my parents never had a Japanese car, which is kind of funny. Like, and my sister and brother never had Japanese cars. We all had Euros.
Interesting.
So somehow that magically happened where we literally went all Euro primarily. So
yeah, we're on the only blue Volkswagens in the driveway right now.
Apparently, we're on the grays.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are on the craze. Yeah.
dude,
Oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go get clean and ready for bed and all that. Please. I'm the only one here.
thanks for joining us, Rob.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Keep it easy, man.
All right.
See you soon.
See you guys later. All right. Bye.
Hey, remember our MQB meet a couple weeks ago, Joel?
Yeah.
How we had no colorful cars. Everything was black, white, or gray.
Well, mine was blue.
Not really. It looked black at night.
It's blue. That's
But
okay.
yes.
Because Toasty's Beamer, I thought for the longest time, because he'd bring it out to our Thursday event, I thought it was brown. No, his Mercedes.
Oh yeah,
His diesel. But it was actually light blue. And until we actually brought it to the get together, the big event, when it was actually in regular, light and clean, I'm like, wait, what happened to the brown one? He's like, no, it's the same one. Like, he's like, I just cleaned it and it's not under yellow light, so it's actually baby blue.
I want to show our guys that are watching and everybody else that missed it. Well, I'm hoping this is what happens, but I got news that Mr. Scotto is going to be sending us his potentially his cars, so we should be getting this car.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this is the case. We will get this one.
Yeah, the white one.
Wow.
Ken Block's car.
Yep.
So I'm kind of excited to see these things in person. I know they're at SEMA, so I'm hoping everybody who comes to Big SoCal is excited as well, because these two cars are.
See, Will, now you really have to finish yours so you can bring it out.
That's it. I'm quitting work right now. I'm going out in the garage. Gotta go, guys.
Quit diving, Will.
I just keep changing my mind. I keep changing things in the engine and stuff, and I gotta stop that.
Oh boy.
Just do that thing.
Done.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just got to wire it up now, right? That's it.
I'm working on that. Yeah.
Hey, did you read that article? It said Bluetooth drive-by-wire. You don't even need to wire it up. Just Bluetooth it up. Bluetooth brakes, Bluetooth everything.
I'm surprised you didn't put an LS motor by now.
No, that's Steven.
Yeah, I'll pull a Steven.
Yeah, Steven wanted to LS swap the E30.
I actually thought about going electric.
That's what we might do that with the Mark IV Beetle.
Yeah.
You can't charge it. You can't charge it right now.
No, I know. Well, I got one more hour. I can't charge it.
After 9 p.m., apparently you can, because that's what I was told. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So gonna stay gas.
I'll just have my diesel generator, charge it, and then I'm good.
That's it. Doing it the economical way.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah.
So the Mark 8s are going to be there's a lot of Mark 8s coming. I've got like a list of people who are coming that have Mark 8s, which is interesting because there's not many of them out in the world.
They seem like 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's not many Mark 8s like in the wild. Like, right? Like, Joel, how many? There's only, I don't know. There's like, I'm the only one that brings one, but there's quite a few modded ones that are coming out. So pretty interesting how the dynamics.
Now.
What kind of
I've seen
distribution?
quite a bit around.
Have you? I was gonna say, what kind of distribution has there been of those Mark 8s? Because I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, that's my point. Is like it seems like the people who buy Mark 8s right now are ones that are like more enthusiast based and less like I feel like a lot of people are buying them want them, right? So they're gonna be more enthusiast people.
Yeah, but
they're
well,
not
I mean,
gonna
look
be.
at how much money you're spending right now to buy one.
Yeah,
the markup.
I mean, you've got the markup and everything, and people don't want to spend that kind of money right now.
And if you can find one too.
And actually, what's really more interesting is I love to see how many RS3s come out, the new ones.
Oh,
Because I hopefully somebody brings that on track because I'd love to see that fly down.
We've sold one that I know of.
I thought there's only 250 allocated for the whole year, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. So we've gotten one and sold it right away. And we've gotten like 2 S3s. I know one's still on the lot if anyone wants to buy it.
Nobody wants the S3. You either get a Golf R or you get an RS3. You don't buy the S3.
But the Golf R costs more than the S3 right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what everybody wants, the Golf R, and the S3 is the bastard child.
It looks better.
Is that George from Malika Motorsports going to be coming in his RS3 that's no longer an RS3?
The answer is yes. You're talking about his cars. What does he call that thing? RSVR V6?
VR32.
Yeah, VR32.
Yeah.
What is it?
Something like that. It's like VR32 or something.
RS32?
RS32? Maybe it's
I think it was his
RS32.
birthday today. I thought I saw him post up like his birthday was like today or yesterday.
I haven't been in touch with the guy for a hot minute, but I'll tell you what, man, the stuff that between him and his brother, the stuff they put together, those videos are amazing. And he's gone to the top and bottom of that thing to get it all together.
Speaking of Mercedes, so the reason Kristen's not on here is hers is getting towed right now.
I just saw that, and guess who's towing it? Reza. Well, not Reza, but Startail is towing it. Yeah, of course, Reza, our buddy. But check it out. It's a VRS3. That's what he calls it. Right there on the emblem, the logo.
Oh, VRS. Okay, yeah.
VRS3. Yeah, and I've talked to him already, and yes, he is supposed to be running this down the drag strip for everybody to see. Oh, doggy.
Anybody that's listening in and doesn't know, that was a RS3, the 5-cylinder turbo motor that he has gone through and built bottom up, and then bigger turbo, double injectors, and then end up yanking the 5-banger out and throwing a 3.2 liter VR6 into it.
Yep, here's a picture. There's 6 spark plugs, not 5.
Yeah.
Isn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he had this built out of aluminum too.
Yeah.
Or is that the inline 5?
No, it's a billet.
I think this one he went a full billet block.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sold like 2 kidneys and a gallon of gas and was able to afford it.
And a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Thing's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did.
Yeah, they're doing some great work. They're doing some long, late hours, really putting all this stuff together. That's like somebody that's kept a lot of enthusiasm alive for a hot minute.
And if you guys don't remember from either 2018 or 2019, they brought out their B5 vehicle that was powered by the old predecessor to this motor. Yep. So it was a B5 S4 that had a VR6 swap, but not as powerful as the new one they're building. But
right,
Do
yes.
you remember how fast that thing went?
At least 55.
It went fast. Yeah.
Who won last year in the drags? That's what I'm trying to remember.
Man.
Oh, it is his birthday. Look at this.
Yeah.
I think it might have been an RS3. I know there was a Dodge Demon that was there.
You guys see what you're doing?
Good job, Lon.
Good job.
It's like Friendster all over again.
We're just gonna change Lon's name to Tom.
Oh, I thought it was the same person. I didn't know there was a difference. Yeah, that was a good time. I think it's nice to see like somebody that goes through and still puts in that kind of like grassroots, like methodical build in place, and he basically just builds it until the next thing breaks, and then builds that piece up, and then just keeps going. And then he's like, okay, we've maxed out a 5-cylinder, let's make it a 6-cylinder, and just keeps it. He really keeps pushing the platform, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, they built some cool stuff. They have some pretty cool cars.
So definitely excited to see that thing in run down the track, and it caught plenty of attention with its old setup from last year because it wasn't done yet.
Yeah,
Because he was still working through all the details, and that was really cool to see because he did some crazy videos on it about all lengths that he was going through to produce an unknown amount of power. Just dedication to it.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one.
If anything, I think it looks like he's having fun with it. Is actually the cool part of it. It's not just like he's building it and like there's an end. Who cares about the end? Let's just enjoy it like through the process, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Build it, break it, build it again.
Well, I don't want to keep everybody too much longer, but I mean, it's coming up quick. We got like 3.5 weeks left, and I mean, I think it's going to be another great event. We're gonna have some cool cars as always. Like it's just never ending. And I think like my motto has always been it's not been about the cars, about the people. And we always know, like we've met so many people in this industry, in this culture, and every year they may bring a new car, but it's the same people, So it's cool to see year over year people's go through different cars, the new builds, all the different stuff that they go through to get what they build, as well as us, right? And we get to be the house that they get to show off their stuff, which is cool. They get to come to our event and this is their deadline, their build. And I think it's pretty awesome that we are able to do this for 20 years.
Yeah. Set a huge platform for consistency, for sure. I think that's been one of the biggest pluses that we've been able to really afford to everybody that shows up is the consistency that you show up, we're going to be there. We're greeting people at the gate. We're greeting people as they go to park. I mean, that's not just like the people that show up, but it's the vendors. I mean, it's all of us doing the same exact thing year after year after year to be consistent with that people in show.
It's great. You make friends there, and it's awesome to see them again. Like, oh yeah, I remember you had this last time, and So
yeah,
like you said, cars bring us together. The people keep us together. So
yeah, I think that's been the key, and that's what we want to always focus on is the people. And like it seems like a cliche when we say people are greater than cars, but we mean it, right? So I think that
And Will's smiling face. There you go. Yeah, buddy.
Elvis, you mean that's Elvis? Don't forget that.
Maybe Elvis will make a return this year. You never
There we
know.
go. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope anybody who's gonna watch this, either they've been there before, or they're new. This is their first time. Just come with a smile and just enjoy the event, no matter what's going on. And like we're
enjoy
gonna be.
yourself.
Yeah, that's it. And
Go up and say hi.
Say hi if you see us.
Yeah.
Not just us. Say hi to anybody at the event. Like that's the key. Is like if you don't walk away with meeting several people, then you didn't come to the right event, because that's what our event is about. Just say hi to someone, because guess what? Somebody that's there and you say hi to them, they're a car person. So meet a new car person. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Well, we'll get some sleep. And get ready for a fun event this in a couple weeks.
See y'all
Yeah.
out there.
Yes, definitely. Yay! Super excited.
Bye, everyone.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.